First things first, let me ask you, why do you do what you do?
Hi everyone, so I'm Marie from Gateio. Gateio is one of the oldest cryptocurrency exchanges on the market. We've been around since 2013, and I originally got into crypto because I was using a platform at the time called 21.co, and you could answer questions and get Bitcoin when you were answering the questions. And so I got that, and I was like, oh, I was being paid in Bitcoin. I was like, oh, what is this Bitcoin? So I looked it up. I was like, wow. And one of the biggest things is when people ask me about Bitcoin, they ask me, like, so what should I know about Bitcoin? My first question is always, what do you know about money? And following that, once you really dive in and understand like how money is printed, how governments use money, how banks use money, it becomes very clear why Bitcoin is important to preserve transparency in the industry. So by going down into that rabbit hole, I realized that financial freedom and blockchain technology go hand in hand. That's why I'm really interested in the crypto space. And why do I do what I do? Well, I like to think that I'm a good chief marketing officer, that I'm good at education and promotion and analytics. So that's my way to contribute to the blockchain space.
Brilliant, thank you. So could you tell us a bit more about your project or what you're working on at the moment?
So like I said, Gateio has been around since 2013. So we're one of the oldest cryptocurrencies exchanges in the market. We'll be hitting 3 million users by the end of this year. We have 2 million mobile app users at the moment. And we're a centralized exchange. But we're launching our new public blockchain at the end of this year. And this new public blockchain will fuel our decentralized exchange. So in this way, you're going to have a decentralized exchange to be able to hold all of your funds yourself, and you're going to have the centralized exchange so that you can trade in the way that you like to trade, i.e. with all of the different coins, with all the different functionalities like margin trading, derivatives trading, and they're going to work together to a seamless kind of experience so you can have the best of both worlds.
Brilliant, thank you. And what would you say is an integral part of building and innovating blockchain products?
Well, I think like the tech team is obviously really important. Our tech team has been working on Gatechain for 2 years now, and we've had a team of over 100 people. So, I think like having a very strong tech team is really, really important, and having a real vision and a real use case is really important. So, what is Gatechain, and why is Gatechain different to other blockchains? So, as a lot of your viewers might know, Bitcoin, for example, is a blockchain. Why have Bitcoin? Why use Gatechain instead of just using the Bitcoin blockchain? The real innovation behind Gatechain is that we have created a standard account, a standard wallet, where funds can be traded in a totally normal way, in the sense that all of the transactions are irrevocable. And so you cannot retrieve funds if they've been hacked or if you have lost your private key. However, the real big innovation with Gatechain is that we've also added a vault wallet, a vault account. And in this vault account, all of the transactions are refundable. So that means that if hackers come into your vault account and steal your funds, or if you're a little forgetful and you forget the private keys, then you're able to revoke the funds and put them onto a retrieval account, and that's solving a huge issue in the industry.
Brilliant, thank you. And so, what would you say is the most important thing about blockchain technology?
I think, like I said, I think making sure that your funds are secure is one of the biggest and most important problems that we've seen. Typically, when you have a wallet, there are lots of different kind of wallets, right? You can have a wallet online, you can have it online as an app on your phone, you can have a paper wallet, you can have a hardware wallet, and generally you have to trade in convenience for security. So the more secure a wallet is, typically the less convenient it is for you to be able to take those funds out of the wallet. However, with the Vault account, we basically bypass the need for security because you're able to retrieve the funds if you've been hacked. So basically, we've allowed for people to be able to have access to securing their funds, but also have them accessible and easy for you to use.
And what do you think is the primary problems that blockchain is facing today?
I think, first of all, like blockchain technology is really important, but a lot of projects, they don't really need blockchain technology. Sometimes, there are projects that use blockchain technology just because they want to be able to throw that word around. When really they could just use a database or whatever. So I think that's one of the big things. But in general, scalability is really a major issue. And we're going to need to see more innovation to make sure things scale up.
Brilliant. One last question for you. What are your views on the future of blockchain and other cryptocurrencies? And what industries do you feel would be most disrupted for a possible adoption over the next 10 years?
I think any industry where third parties take a huge cut are the industries that are going to be disrupted. In some industries, the third parties who are making money, all the agents, right? They're fighting hard because they don't want to see their cut go away. But it's our job to push forward and try and bring more transparency, because a lot of these actors, they're making money off of people who are working hard, and the end consumer doesn't really care about paying these third parties, like banks, for example, whereas they do care about being able to compensate the people, who are actually creating the goods or services that they're using.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time to us today.
Thank you, Charlene.